Hey guys, I just want to talk to you for a few minutes about this next season that I think is really important for us. We'll make it important if we engage in the way that I'm about to describe to you. I want to ask you, as a leader of the church, one that serves and one that leads, that you would lead and serve in this arena, because I think it's incredibly crucial. We're getting ready to go into Easter. We know it's the Lent season, which is the traditional calendar time for us to begin to fast and pray as we get ready for Easter. And I just want to ask you to do that during this season. And I want to ask you to do that because I believe that God is going to meet us, not just at Easter, but I believe that God is setting some things up for our church that are going to begin to shift the atmosphere. And I think that's happening not just in our church, but in our whole entire community. And even in the world, that God is setting some things up that we want to cooperate with. And I'm about to start teaching on changing spiritual atmosphere, on the whole idea of spiritual atmosphere over the next really 6 weeks in the church. On Sundays, I'm going to be talking about how we need to understand that we're atmosphere carriers as people of God. We need to understand how to cooperate with Him, and that the way that we approach the Lord and the way that we carry the Lord's presence is going to change and really completely reverse many times the atmosphere of negativity and faithlessness and hopelessness that is all around us all the time. So what I'm wanting to ask you to do is that over these next 6 weeks, basically March and into February all the way up to Easter, that you would decide to dedicate yourself to a time of prayer and fasting. Now, I know that there's lots of different ways that can happen. I'm not dictating or asking you to do a specific kind of fast or a specific kind of prayer, but I would ask that you would be consistent, that you would pick a time during the day, set an alarm on your phone, and just say, you know what, I'm going to pray at this time every day, even if it's 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes. If you want to pray for an hour, please. But together, that we would dedicate ourselves and ask the Lord to begin to change and shift some things in the atmosphere. Daniel, as he went into a time of preparation in the Old Testament, what he did is he began to do spiritual work. He gave himself to spiritual work to prepare the atmosphere for what was about to happen, what the Lord wanted to do within the kingdom. That's what we're going to do. I'm asking you to pay a price, to do spiritual work, to do spiritual labor, that the Lord would then begin to open and shift things in the supernatural over our church and over people. I believe we're going to see people coming in and receiving salvation. We're going to see healings. We're going to see life that's flowing. We're going to see marriages that are on the rocks reversed. We're going to see all kinds of things happen. But it starts with us dedicating ourselves and being willing to do spiritual labor. Lord, that you would shift the atmosphere. Lord, that you would open heaven's gates over this place and this time. That this church, that this place would be a place that is uniquely touched by your Spirit, God. That you would make this a unique place, a chosen place, that you do something here supernaturally. Why? Because we're asking you to do it. Not because we're special, not because we're amazing, but because your goodness can be expressed in this place. We need you, Lord. So we begin to pray into that. Would you please do that? Set yourself, get with your spouse if you're married, get with your kids, and talk about, hey, this next season, 40 days, how can we make this a time when we dedicate ourselves to prepare ourselves for what the Lord's about to do and to ask Him to do something supernatural. Again, I want to see some great things happen on Easter, but this is more about changing and shifting the atmosphere of our entire community so that we can see more people come into the kingdom of God. So if you'll do that with me, I believe that we will see some great things happen. Thank you.